What's good, everyone? Aggie Coach here. All right, guys, so welcome to another video. This is part 4 of our defensive series in the FAT8 rule system, looking at defensive schemes, and we are moving on from the 4-3 now to the 3-4. All right, guys, so for all of you beginners out there, I'm going to just briefly kind of explain this, and then we're going to get into it because I have a really interesting scheme that I want to share today. So essentially the 3-4, it can be configured a number of ways. It really depends on the flavor of the coach. But essentially there are 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Now how the down linemen are configured, you know, again, it's kind of up to the coach. Like, and by that I mean there can be a defensive tackle and there can be 2 defensive ends. Or there can be 3 defensive tackles. But, you know, it really depends on, you know, the coach's how the coach wants to go about configuring it. In this case, I'm going with 1 defensive tackle and 2 defensive ends. That's my 3 defensive linemen, okay? And then my 4 linebackers. That's a left outside linebacker, a right outside linebacker, and 2 middle linebackers, okay? That's the way that I'm configuring mine here. So that's my 7, right? So 3 down linemen and 4 linebackers. Now in the secondary, I have a strong safety, a free safety, and 2 cornerbacks, okay? And that is the total of my 11 defensive guys, my defensive players in the 3-4 configuration, okay? All right, now, in this scenario, this is going to be against the run. So it's twins to the top of the screen, okay? And offset I, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and get down into it now. Defensively, the unique thing with the 3-4, it is really strong against the run. And that's what I really like about it. It's strong against the run, and it is excellent for zone coverage and mixing up your packages, right? So just really depends on what you want to do. In this case, my 2 cornerbacks are 1x3, okay? So that is that I have them 1 yard inside, 3 yards deep, okay? And we're going to be running cover 3 in this scheme. So I know you see the 2 safeties, right? Okay, coach, that's not cover 3. But wait a minute. It's going to be cover 3 because I'm going to do something unique with the scheme. So let me lay out the way that cover 3 actually looks, right? So our right cornerback right here, his responsibility is to cover from the hash to the sideline, right? So that is his third of the field that he's covering, okay? Now, what's going to happen is we're going to have our strong safety. He is going to come up and he's going to show blitz. So we're going to do a safety blitz here, right? Which is going to leave the free safety high and free to play the middle third. So our strong safety is going to cheat up. He's going to come in here and he's going to show the blitz off the corner, okay? Our free safety is going to come over to the middle third. Now, our other cornerback now also has from the hash to the sideline. So that is our cover 3. But we have a safety valve with this left outside linebacker here. His job is going to be to play the flat, anything that comes out here, and to play the zone. But he's going to play what they call a skinny zone. So he's only going to play what's in this box right here. His job is to make sure that anything that comes in this box over here, he covers. So he's going to drop back into the zone, right? The free safety is going to play the middle of the field. And one of our middle linebackers, in the event that someone gets open across the middle linebacker is, for a second, he's going to take a step, but he's not going to commit to the B gap. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him on a stationary base. Okay. So just to kind of show you how this works in this scheme, we're going to put him on a stationary base, right? So he's going to stay right here in the middle after the snap and wait to see if someone comes across the middle before committing to the B gap. Now, the linebackers are going to be reading gaps. So you have A, B, C, and D gap, right? Sometimes, depending on the scheme, some coaches also highlight an E gap, which is out here. right? So now, depending on how the offense is configured as well, so you have to think about it this way. Offensively, on the right side of the ball, on the right side of the center, you have 2, 4, 6, 8. These are the holes offensively. And then on the left side of the center, you have 1, 3, 5, 7. A lot of times defensively, especially in the 34, when you're in the 3-4, you can say 3-4 or 34, both are correct. And the same thing for the 43 or the 4-3, which we covered, right? But this is how the gaps differ, right? So in the 3-4, because you only have 3 down linemen, you can't count that strong safety as a lineman, because the strong safety is not, in real football, like in real live football, right? When he gets here, the quarterback, like he's timing it, he's keeping his eye on the quarterback. The quarterback snaps the ball, so he doesn't count as a lineman because he's still moving forward. He's still advancing when he approaches the line of scrimmage. Sometimes they'll come up to the line of scrimmage and you'll see them kind of like popping forward just a little bit to try to get that tackle, to try to get that right tackle to jump off sides. So, you know, this is a really good scheme. In this case, we're kind of overloading the top of the screen. Since they went with twins, we're going to say, all right, since you're going with twins, I'm going to bring the blitz from your strong side. Okay, so that's kind of what this is illustrating. So it's going to make the quarterback have to really be honest. But what's going to happen is that outside linebacker, what we're going to do on the top of the screen up here in this cover 3 zone, in this cover 3 scheme up here at the top of the screen, it's going to be zone. So you're going to see these guys, you're going to see the secondary and that outside linebacker drop back into the zone. So the outside linebacker is going to play his area of the field, right? Which is from the flats up to about the 30-yard line. And then you'll see in this cover 3, you'll see the cornerback at the top of the screen. He's going to drop back. He's going to backpedal and drop back because he has to cover that whole third of the field. Now, the safety is free, is what we call high free. So the safety's job is to keep his eyes, the free safety up here, his job is to keep his eyes on the quarterback, right, and go wherever the ball goes. Okay. Now, the other thing about the 3-4 that I like I said, in this scenario, we're doing it against the run. The 3-4 is really strong against the run, and you're going to see in reading these gaps. So getting back to my point with how the gaps can be configured, sometimes the 2-hole and the 4-hole can be one gap, right? It can be B gap. Like in this scenario, it's going to be B gap. It's going to cover both of those holes, which means that middle linebacker has to get in there and fill that gap. He has to fill the hole, but he has to play it. Make sure he doesn't get caught up in the wash first, because sometimes you can pull tackles or you can pull a guard and he can get blindsided. So right here, what I'm going to do to illustrate this, I'm going to have that middle linebacker, our middle linebacker at the top of the screen up here. I'm going to have him take a step and sit and wait until the running back is committed. Then he's going to run up and fill the gap to make the tackle. Okay, so that's what we got. So, all right, so let's go ahead and play it out real quick just so you can see. So we're going to go ahead and take our snap. All right, there we go. So now, let's take a look. So look at what we got. Our cornerback down here at the bottom of the screen, he's taken away the inside. That is why he was 1 by 3, right? He's taken away the inside. He's taken away the slant. So that slant is taken away. This is great coverage by our right cornerback. We have our outside linebacker playing the flat right here. So in the event that the running back, if it's play action, the running back wants to come out here to catch a pass, screen, anything like that, our outside linebacker has that covered. Now, the guard came out here to block the middle linebacker, and that is okay because look at what happened to our other middle linebacker at the top of the screen. You see what I mean? He stayed home. He didn't overcommit, because he needs to see where the run is going before he goes running into the line of scrimmage blind and not be able to make the play. You get caught up in the wash, you have a problem. Look at what's happening over here on the corner. As you can see, I'm going to take this off. Okay, so look at what happened with our safety. So you notice our safety is penetrating. That is going to force that fullback to commit to blocking that safety, which is what is going to leave this gap open for the outside linebacker, middle linebacker, or free safety to come up and make the tackle. If we look over here, just like I said, they are playing the flats. So we have the inside position being taken away from the receivers in the event they want to try to throw a quick slant. All of that's taken away. So, okay, so let's go ahead and finish this play out now. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys how cover 3 works in the 3-4. Just a second, let me get back on our tripod here. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and play this out. So now we got to set up our blocking offensively. Right now you wanna have your receivers go ahead and commit to making the blocks because the defense now realizes, uh-oh, it's a run play. The quarterback handed the ball off, okay? So now that we know that, quarterback makes the handoff. The running back is going to try to hit the hole. Our strong safety, bringing the blitz, is applying pressure off the corner, which is going to force this fullback to commit to blocking him. Okay? Now we're going to pull that middle linebacker off of his stationary base because he sees the ball now. So he knows what's happening. So now he has to commit to coming to make the tackle. We have our backpedaling corners here. The cornerback sees the ball. And this outside linebacker sees the ball. Right? So now they see the handoff. So what you're going to do is you're going to just turn your defenders to go to that gap, to go after the ball. And the receivers are free to block. Just don't get blocking in the back. So when you do your angle here with your blocks, try to angle it where your receivers kind of cut these guys off from the front and not block from the back. Because in the FAT8, if an offensive player blocks in the back like this, it's gonna be it's a penalty. So you want to make sure we're watching our angles, right? Now, this receiver over here needs to commit to the block. So he's gonna commit to the block. I'm gonna just turn my cornerback's base around. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, guys. Turn his base around. He sees the ball as well, so we're going to try to direct him. Now, here is important that you're watching your angles. If he comes in here, of course, he's not going to be able to commit to the ball, get to the ball, or make a play. So I'm going to just have him run down the line. And hopefully, if this running back does get through here, hopefully he will meet him in here somewhere. And the same thing, I have to be careful with my receiver because my receiver is out of position. So I don't want my receiver blocking him in the back as well as the back corner. So I'm going to direct my wide receiver to go in and kind of try to run some interference. Maybe he can get in there and make a block. Okay, so we're all set. So we are running the ball here. We're running the ball. So let's see what happens. Our running back is here. Very nice tackle by the defensive end. And that is about a 3-yard gain. Not bad. Look at all the bodies around the ball. All the bodies around the ball. Look at all of that orange around the ball right here. So that's excellent pursuit by the Clemson defense. That is the 3-4 against the run. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. This video, don't forget, comment, like, and subscribe. The next time we're going to be doing the 3-4 against the pass. Peace.